What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a very special episode of the OTS Podcast. And yes, I am in a car. And the reason for that is because, y'all, I have something to confess. I think I may have a stalker. So I'm trying to hide, okay? So please, y'all, if you ever see somebody, if you see someone fishing in the back, let your boy know by pressing the like button or something, okay? Because it's scary when you actually have a stalker, okay? So with that, we welcome you. I am your introverted but extroverted host, David, and we will be talking about, as you may already have guessed, speaking about stalkers, the Baby Reindeer. Yup. Now I know it came out earlier this year and it was crazy, number one in UK, US, Dubai, everywhere, right? It's crazy, but I want to bring it back and let you know how I felt and let me get some of your thoughts on Baby Reindeer, okay? And I just watched it, man. I just saw the series and it's crazy. I never knew that a stalker movie or drama would be displayed like this. It was unbelievable. Richard Gadd, thumbs up. You the man, okay? I know you suffered a little bit, but you made a gold out of this, okay? And, as you guys already may know, but I just want to, break it down a little bit for those who don't know about Baby Reindeer very quickly. It's basically, I think it started off as a play in London, right? Richard Gadd, he was this guy that worked at a pub, had a side job as a comedian, and then, there was this crazy, like obsessive, almost dangerous stalker, right? And so I think he made it a play in the beginning in 2019, I believe, and then 2020 it was a hit, and later now, currently it became now a crazy Netflix drama. And so I watched it, and then man, the cinematography is amazing. It really makes you like tune in and concentrate on this film, right? And when I saw this, I was like, yo, like Martha, you crazy as heck, girl. Like you need to lay off on them, whatever you want. And it's just crazy. And like I said in the beginning, Richard Gadd, right, the director, he's the director and he's the one that actually went through this. And so basically he made it like a black comedy thriller, kind of drama, right? And so it was very traumatic for him, obviously, having this obsessive woman coming after him, like literally stalking him, right? And he worked at a pub, and he was trying to be like a very, up and coming hot comedian. And so he's working at this pub in London. It takes place in London, and then all of a sudden one day this lady kind of comes in. And then I think he felt like kind of sorry for her and looks like she's having a bad day. And so he gives her a cup of tea on the house. And so that's when everything starts, right? And she's like, whoa, thank you. And then she probably fell in love right there with her crazy self. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the movie just keeps going. I mean, the drama just keeps going and it's like endless, man. Like she's really after this dude, man. She's following him. She's waiting for him in the bus stop for probably 8+ hours, and like she's literally ruining this man's life, right? She's causing pain and drama, lies to his relationships, to his family, to his job as a comedian. Like she's ruining everything because he doesn't like her back, right? And I don't want to talk about the entire series because I'm sure you guys already saw it, and I just want to be able to basically react to it, right? So like I said, it was crazy. The fact that he had a stalker, right? And it was in London. That's why it was kind of weird. Like, it was in London, and I think the people in London are different. I don't know. I haven't been there, but like how he was kind of allowing that to happen. And of course, if you've never been stalked like to that level, to that extreme level, yes, you'd be very flustered. You wouldn't know what to do, right? But, hey, Baby Reindeer, she locked her target on you, okay? And so in the story, she says she's like a lawyer and like she's all this whatever. She has all this money, and you wanna hang my curtains and all that. She's crazy, man. She has all these like really like sexual innuendos and like it's kind of nasty, man. And I don't mean to, hey, let me just say this: I have nothing against thick plus size women, okay? You're beautiful. I think they're beautiful, but I ain't gonna lie. If Richard, oh, be careful. Oh, my stalkers around here. Oh, gotta be careful. you got to be careful, guys. Please like this button if you start seeing some weird activities in the back. Please, I'm scared out here, okay? Your boy got a stalker, okay? I'm going to tell you who it is at the end of this show because, yeah, man, it's kind of scary. But anyways, back to the script. All right, we back, all right? Baby Reindeer. The lady, okay, she just happened to be a little big, right? And it did not help. The fact that she was a big lady, and I mean, she wasn't. I'm sorry, okay? Please, I have nothing against them. Women are beautiful, okay? Whether you're big, small, skinny, whatever, okay? You're beautiful, love woman, but she just happened to be a little bigger, okay? She happened to be a little thicker, and I think she's like 40-some years old, and she's basically trying to flirt, trying to like, get with him and like spend the night or whatever. I don't know. She's just crazy, right? She's not normal. And so, I think her being a little big did not help at all. Okay. I know if it was Angelina Jolie, if it was Jessica Alba or something, I'm sure all of us fellas would love to be stalked by them, right? But again, I'm like half playing, but because stalking, when you're actually stalked, it's a different level, right? Like, it's like almost kind of like a crime because they're not hurting you, but they're like watching your every move. They're just stuck to you. They don't give you this time to breathe. They basically suffocate you, man. And that's crazy. And being stalked is not fun, right? And, let alone, like I said, it's this plus size woman. She doesn't look that good. And so this lady is like all up in your face. You come into work, bothering you, your friends making fun of you. I would not want that. But hey, again, if it was Jessica Alba or somebody, I need to be careful. But if it was them, then that'd be kind of cool. But then again, if they're crazy, that's different. Okay. So yeah, man, like I thought the drama, it was crazy. Richard Gadd did an amazing job. And like, I love how each like transitional scenes, it shows Martha's texts and emails and stuff, right? And you see how she would text him like the things like very seductive and like very, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, get off me, Martha. Like, stop it with all this freaky thing, man. Like, what are we in high school or something? Like texting them, you want to hang my curtains or something? Like, stop it, Martha. Okay, you need to go ahead and go to the gym and do something and have a little stress-free life. Okay, and stop bothering Richard. Okay, and by the way, I saw the interview with Pierce Morgan, and y'all, it's crazy. Now, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, and she's literally denying all the claims in the movie. She's like, no, I never like texted him that much times. Maybe it was a couple. She said she had a boyfriend. She would never go after like a skinny guy like him. She basically like denied everything. And I'm like, oh, wow. So you're saying Richard Gadd made all this up? And, honestly, it kind of made me think it is a movie and it is like supposed to be exaggerated. But I mean, I saw a couple of Richard Gadd's interviews and he confirmed. I wrote it down. Hold on. Y'all give me a second. How many texts and emails and voicemails that not Martha, but her real name was, I believe, Fiona Harvey. Okay. And it's in the public, so I could say it. So I'm not trying to put her on blast and you know what I'm saying. But anyways, I believe it said she sent Mr. Gadd 41,071 emails. Goodness gracious. Like, how do you even send 20, let alone 41,000? I don't know, man. If you're obsessed and you're crazy like that, I guess it could happen, okay? I know if I got that, boy, I'm gonna send her a virus or something, man. You send me that much emails, ooh, I might just go to your house. I might stalk you, and I'm gonna have to like splash some kimchi and like water on you and like wake you up a little bit, okay? So y'all be careful. But anyways, 41,071 emails, 350 hours of voicemail. What is she even saying? Okay, 744 tweets, insane, 46 Facebook messages, and a gazillion text message, okay? Now, I know, if you're like a convicted stalker, I guess you could get to this level, and maybe there's people who's worse. But then based on the movie, it's scary, man. Like, you have this girl, like, you ain't got nothing to do with it, and you see Mr. Gadd, I believe he actually got with another girl, or I don't know if she or he was a trans. I forgot. Please remind me. But anyways, let's just say Mr. Gadd was trying to be in a relationship and she's messing with you. She's like disturbing everything. Imagine you have this hot date. You're trying to go on a date with Jessica Alba, right? And then you see Big Martha out there in the corner lurking at you and like trying to say, hey, come get me, reindeer. Like, get out of here, Martha. Boy, I'd be so pissed. In the movie, he handled it pretty well, like, cause he seemed like he was handling it, and he eventually like played it off and tried to make a joke along with her, and it was good. But then, man, if I was Richard, oh my goodness. First of all, like I said, I'm gonna grab a slab of kimchi. I might have to retaliate because she got physical too now, and I mean that's a whole nother topic, but. Hey, if Martha did that to me and I was like on a date with someone that I really had interest in and she's like interrupting and she's like calling her a whore and like, being jealous, oh my gosh, that would have ticked me off. And there is a scene though where he pretty much puts her in her place because I think, what was her name? Terry? Martha eventually caught up with them together, and she like, slapped her, threw her down, ripped her hair, and like, Richard had enough. He blew up on her. Get the out of my life. Boo, 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 boo. Wow. Crazy. Okay. So, but Richard handled it well. But all I wanted to say was, I believe London, the culture of men and how to handle fights. I mean, yeah, people in London do fight. They know how to fight. Bar fights, all these pub fights. I get it. But man, like some of these men, I think they're different than LA guys, right? Because let me tell you, man, like, if I was to get stalked, like I told you, I would have done some stuff now. I wouldn't just like let it slide. But you know what? In a way, low key, if I ever got stalked like that by a Martha or by a Fiona, I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I kind of play with it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm like feel, it depends how I feel, right? Because I like to like play around. I even play around with like scammers, right? If they call me, if they text, I'm like, what you doing? Like, who are you? I try to like play this like reverse psychology or whatever. I don't know if that's a term for it, but I try to like play along with it, and then eventually like I just I know it's a scam. But if a Martha was doing it to me, I try to have a little fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of into it, and then I might have to set her a big trap. Hey, I might have to do something, but again, I don't know what. I think it did explain in the movie why he reported her late, but if it was me, for sure I would have reported it because, it's a female. Like, I ain't gonna put my hands on her. But if it's a guy and he trying to have some love you long time type of time, oh man, hey, if it was a guy stalking me now, that might be a different story. I might have to give him a bear hug and throw him out into a swimming pool and let him have a great day. If he keeps following me, I wish you would follow me because I could do something to you. You know what I'm saying? And so be careful, all right? Now, there's so many things I want to talk about, but again, this movie, it's very psychological. It's a very mental thing. It's very traumatic. I get it. It's crazy. And, I am trying to play around with it, but, stalking is real. It could get very dangerous, and you don't want to play around with stalking. So please report it, okay? I'm just here not reporting because I'm trying to do the podcast for you, okay? Please. Give your boy some love, man. I'm trying to do here a podcast in the car because there's stalkers everywhere right now, okay? But, again, stalking is real. Please report it. This movie does show you the realities and how it could prolong, it could really mess up your life now. You got to be careful with stalking. And so, anyways, let me say this. The woman who played Martha, I believe her name was, hold on, I got it right here. Her name was Jessica Gunning. Oh, my goodness. Jessica, you did a fabulous job playing Martha, okay? Like, you're awesome. If you ever watch this, please come to the show, okay? Please come to OTS. Hit us up, okay? Because I would love to have you in this car with me and talk, if you don't mind, okay? Because, man, like, I saw her, because in the movie, like, it really makes you hate her, right? Like, it's not really Fiona, but she really taps into this stalker, right? Like Martha, and it was pretty good. And then I seen her interviews and stuff like that, and she's like such a sweet lady. Like, she did amazing, and I give her big props. And so once again, Jessica Gunning, I'm gunning for you. Why don't you come to OTS and let's have a great conversation and bring Richard with you now, all right? Don't bring Fiona. Let her stay in London and with her whatever, boom. But let Richard come on through, and I love to talk to you. But anyways, Great film, great drama. I really enjoyed it, and I give it 2 big thumbs up. And so, yeah, man, let's move on. Let's move on to the next quick topic. Okay, I ain't got much time, all right. I'm trying to dip out of here. But anyways, um, this movie, I mean, it's crazy. I do believe that if stalking is happening, like I really want to stop it because it's all about justice, and a man or a woman should not fear for his or her life just because of a stalker, okay? It's dangerous. Again, as I said before, I really want to remind you, you got to be careful. That's why you have to look around, okay? Be careful with your information. Check online, change your password, do your thing now. There's someone might be following you. Today, if you always go down this way and that way, go this way and the other way, okay? Because you never know. Y'all got to be careful. It's easy. It's good, and it's good. I don't know why I said it's good twice. Until a stalker comes after you. Now, like I said, if it was Jessica Alba or something, hey, I might let that stalking prolong, okay? I'm gonna let that hey, look at me, girl. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, stalking is real. Please be careful. Watch your surroundings. Watch, how much you let out there in social media. And if you have kids, please watch your kids' parents. And that's a friendly reminder to you. And so let me know, like, what you guys thought about Baby Reindeer. Is there anything that I missed? Is there anything that you guys want to break down? Because there's so much to talk about, right? Being obsessive is crazy. You don't have to take it that far. Now, some of my guys, I know sometimes we can't get that girl. Don't be obsessive. Just leave her. There's a million other girls for you. And same thing, sometimes we don't get the girl or the guy of our dreams, but there's hope. There's always hope for you. Okay? So it's a random encouragement. Now, to the last portion, I want to quickly get to this portion of questions. Okay, so there's some amazing questions that I get, man. Like, oh my goodness. Let me start with this. Question 1: This show mixes humor and horror to portray the reality of stalking. Correct. If you were the protagonist, what's the most creative way you tried to escape a stalker? Now, this is so funny. Like, y'all, I briefly thought about it. There's not much to think about. I already know what I'm going to do if Big Martha, Big Harvey, Fiona was coming after me. Okay, number one, I'll let it slide. Like I said it earlier, I will kind of play with it, right? I'll kind of like be like, oh, so what kind of guys you like? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you like to do on first dates? And like, you know what I'm saying? I'll kind of like play with it. I know that's messed up, but you got to teach her a lesson. I kind of like play with it, and then I'll be like, hey, yo, meet me in South Central. Meet me in Compton. I'm going to take her to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Martha, you coming to the hood, and let's see if you can survive that. We going straight to South Central. We going to Inglewood. We going to Watts. We going to sometimes even K-Town or in the middle of the night to eat some tacos. Martha, you like tacos? It looks like you like some tacos. So I'm going to take her out to go eat tacos in the hood. And if she could survive 2 hours, shoot, maybe I might have to go on a date with her because she has some bravery, okay, and she might actually because she's a little obsessive. But the only thing I could think of is I'm taking her to the hood, and if that doesn't scare her, then she deserves a date. I'll tell you what, okay, she might have to even come on this podcast and do something about it, okay, but yeah, those are some of the things that I'll do, and let me know, guys, too, man, if y'all have ever been stalked. Please let me know and share how it was, because again, I don't want to be insensitive. I'm trying to play around, but stalking is real. Okay. So if you have a story, please let me know. I love to talk to you about it. Speaking of stalker stories, I almost forgot. Hold on. Let me go off the script a little bit. I forgot my stalking story. Okay. Yo, when I was 11, or I think like 11 or 12, I had a brief stalking moment, and it wasn't as crazy as Miss Harvey, Fiona Reindeer, or whatever you call it. But let me tell you, so I'm gonna break it down now, okay? So I was about 11 or 12 years old, and then I always used to play around like my grandma's house, right? Like after school, I used to go to my grandma's house because it was more convenient, it was closer, and my mom would, be busy working, so I would always hang around at my grandma's place. And then, one day I was hanging out, right? I was like playing outside with my friends, and it was finished, and then I was gonna go back into my grandma's house, like the front door, right? But then as soon as I opened the front door, I see this like Matrix kind of lady. Like she's like in black leather, long coat, sunglasses, and I've never seen her, right? And she approaches me. Mind you, I'm young. I'm like an 11, 12-year-old kid. And she's like kind of like caressing me like my neck and my shoulder. And she's like, hey, like she said this in Korean, but I'm gonna say it in English. She's like, hey, I'm your mom. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, I'm your mom. Don't you know me? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, girl, you tripping? Like, what the heck? Like, I have a mama, okay? Like, this is in my head, but I was kind of scared, right? I don't know what she was expecting, and so she's like, yeah, I'm your mom, and like, she's like, touching up, and I'm like, okay, and so again, I was a little kid, so I didn't know any better, and then basically I said, okay, bye bye, I just went, right, but I think the next day, or I think in the same day. I'm sorry. There's something else happened next day, but on the same day, after that, whatever, I went back into. So I used to go to this church. It's a church where it was literally right like 2 steps away from my grandma's apartment. So it was one of those churches like where it's like just very home, right? And then I go in the church, right? And then I forgot why I went in, but I know it was kind of, the lights are down and it's dark. Y'all, she's in the back praying. Like the same Matrix black coat lady saying that she's my mom. She's in the back praying. I'm like, what is she doing here? Like, what is she? Like, I've never seen her. Like, this is my hood, you know what I'm saying? And I've never seen this lady before. And she's like praying in the back. I started getting a little freaked out, right? And so I run away. I'm like, okay, I ain't messing with her, man. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of scared. So I leave, and then nothing happens, thankfully, right? But the next day, this is what as a young kid blew my mind, okay? Mind you, I was at my grandma's apartment. Now I'm home, okay, which is probably like what? Like 8 to 10 minute drive away from my grandma's house. It's a whole nother place. And this is in K-Town, okay? And so the next morning, no, I want to say at least a week passes by. Nothing happened. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. Never saw her again around my grandma's house, right? But then it still kind of boggles me when I think about it. And I told this to my mom too. I'm like, Mom, guess what happened? Like, there was this crazy lady that she said that, she was you. And my mom was like, man, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, calm down. You probably don't worry about it, right? And the craziest part, right? So my mom is now, I think it was on a Saturday. I'm in the car. I'm in the shotgun seat, right? And my mom is driving, and I'm just sitting down. We're going up the parking garage, right? We have our car parked in the garage. We go up. The gate opens up. I'm not lying. It sounds like I'm making this up. I'm truly not. And I told this to my friends too. Literally, as the gate opens up, right? I see her walk by my car. Like, she's literally like this. Man, gave me chills just even thinking about it, right? And I'm like, Mom, that's her. She's the crazy one. She's coming after me. You know what I'm saying? And then she's like, my mom didn't really care. Like, because to her, she just looked like a regular, like, Korean, like, ajumma, right? I promise you it was her. I was not tripping. I wasn't on any drugs. Literally, because how is she there in front of my house? I would love to talk to her, okay? I was so scared. I was like, what the freak? My grandma's house is in a whole other area in K-Town. And then the first thing that I see coming out of the garage, is her. She walks by. I said, oh, Lord, have mercy. I was kind of frozen. I did say it, but as she was walking, I was like, please don't look. Like, that would have been a scary story if she does like the, right? Like, I would have been so scared. But she didn't know. She was literally just walking by like a normal person. And so, in a way, yeah, it wasn't like stalking, but it sure felt like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the beginning, I think it was stalking. I think she kind of scoped me out because I didn't know any better, right? I was very oblivious. I don't know my surroundings. I was just a little kid who loves to play outside. So I think she might have been stalking me. And now that I think about it, she might be in the area of maybe like forgive me, like, right, like prostitute or some kind of pedophilia. I don't know. It could have been one of those, but hey, thank God, like nothing happened. But I guess I could share that, and I have a million other stories, which is crazy. So please tune in and let me tell you about my story because it's all in the past, and I like to make fun of it, So, anyways, that just kind of reminded me as I was like, watching this, and I'm like, whoa, like, I remember I had like my little mini, stalking story. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to the questions, okay? So, like I said, is there any way if I had, if it was like me right now, I'm gonna play with it. I'm taking her to the hood. Let me know what you guys would do. If you guys were gonna get stalked, what are some creative ways that, you guys could kind of get out of it, okay? Please let me know because I wanna laugh. I wanna like teach these stalkers a lesson. Don't you stalk. If you're a stalker watching this, shame on you, sir or ma'am. Stop stalking, okay? Stop going online. Stop doing that, okay? You're bothering people. It's not good for you. It's not good for your health. You're gonna go to jail, okay? So stop it. Don't you dare stalk another person. If you stalk, I'm coming. I'm gonna come stalk you, okay? I got some people all over LA. So if I hear any of my friends being stalked and you're one of them, I'm gonna come get you. Thank you. To the last question, okay? I'm almost done. We got another question. If it wasn't a stalker like Martha, have you ever found yourself in an awkward situation caused by a misunderstanding? How'd you get out of it? So I guess that kind of the first one was kind of my first story just now was part of that answer, but no, I mean for the most part, when I was younger, like if let's say if someone tried to like flirt or like like try to like show interest, of course when I was young I never took it as a stalking or actually I think there was one in the gym. There was like a gay guy, right? And you could tell like he's looking, and so nothing happened. But then, I think he somewhat tried to show interest, but then I didn't I didn't give it any attention because I like women, you know what I'm saying? Jessica Alba. But anyways, so stuff like that, yes, it happened, but then as far as stalking, no, I don't think like to the point of stalking, like legit stalking, it never happened, and there was no misunderstanding in the first place because, if for me personally, your boy, if it's someone that I'm not interested in, then I ain't gonna be interested, and so, for the most part, I show it. I'm pretty upfront about it, but man, actually, there was this incident. It just like came into my head. There was an incident where I was young and I wasn't in a relationship, but there was this girl who thought that I liked her because I was constantly talking and we like I was, cuz I like to talk, right? I like to have conversations, but then I think she took that as a sign of me liking her. And so, long story short, I remember there were days where I had to like pick her up from the bar because she was mad because I told her I didn't like her, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna drink," and she's like calling me, and she's like, "You better pick me up, or I'm gonna do something stupid." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you horrible person." And so I remember like I had to go to the bar. I forgot what it was called in K-Town. It was called Daesangrok or something. It's like that famous bar in K-Town around like Berendo and stuff like that. Anyways, I had to go pick her up there. Oh, I hope you're not watching this. If you're watching this, hello, it's been a long time. But I remember she was like causing this like commotion and like, oh my gosh, like how dare you? And so I got her, dropped her off home, and I ain't gotta say much after that. But I do have like those moments where a girl kind of not obsessive, but she was like really into me, but then I wasn't, and then she was like constantly trying to like breathe down my neck, right? Because of a misunderstanding. But anyways, I eventually told her, no, you ain't it, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't really interested. So I just thought of that. So that, I guess, stuff like that, misunderstandings happen. And so yeah, man, again, to wrap it up, hey, Baby Reindeer, I enjoyed it, and you do learn a lot, and it's real. Stalking it's a crime. Don't do it. But I really enjoyed it, and I know there's so much like insights and so many learning lessons. But I realize that you guys are smart, man. My subscribers, you guys are all intelligent. You guys know what the message is about and stuff like that. So I don't have to like say it, but I just want to make fun of it, like in a entertaining way. I do realize that there's nothing to be played with, and Miss Harvey, I apologize, Fiona Harvey. Maybe you are innocent, so I apologize. So, we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Gadd, please come on the show, okay? Hey, OTS is here ready for you. Bring Jessica Gunning with you. We appreciate you. Please like this video if you enjoyed this conversation. Leave me a comment. For real, man. I'm going to read it. Leave me a comment and subscribe. Tell your friends. Share this with a friend. And let's all get in this conversation together. I'm going to get out of here, guys. I've been in this car for too long. I think my stalker's getting closer. So, see ya. Bye-bye.